Hi everyone, welcome to Get Ready with me, Louise. I'm really excited. So yesterday I did a look using the Tati Beauty palette and I almost did it again. I did not, but I wanted to. And I will say this is sometimes the most surprising palettes. Well, not that that's a surprising palette, but the most surprising looks I do that I'm like, I'm not sure, or I like it, but I feel like I did something wrong. You know, those type of looks are usually the ones that I get credit for, right? Like if I go out, somebody will say, oh, I like this, or oh, I like that. But yesterday, like, that look was really good. I really enjoyed, I mean, the glitter really just did it for me, and I know that the camera does not pick it up, and it sucks. But when I went out, I can't tell you how many people said they liked my makeup, number one. Number two, even like my granddaughter, my youngest, she didn't even want me to take my makeup off. She was like, that look is so pretty, Gigi. And I was like, I know. I was like, we need to bring it back. And like, if y'all have that palette, y'all need to bring it back. Create a look and go out. Go to the store. Go to the grocery store. Buy an apple. Go to Walmart. Go wherever you want to go. Buy it just to go look around. And I promise you, I bet you get a compliment with your eye look. I mean, I've never. That's all I gotta say is never. So, for today, we're gonna do our Merry Merry makeup with the Merry Merry Makeup palette by Too Faced from last year. I can still smell it. I can still smell it. Okay, remember this bad boy? I really liked it. Weird, I know, but I did really like it. And I'm wearing it all today, and I still think that it was worth the price point. Is it like the best of the best? No, it's not. But I do think that the highlighter, which I'm wearing today, is absolutely stunning. Okay, stunning. It almost reminds me, I started thinking, and I think it's Benefit that has that. I couldn't find it. I was trying to find it to compare it, but it's like a pink highlighter, and I want to say it's Dandelion, but I don't think it is. It's Twinkle or something, maybe, is where I was going with it. But I have searched all through this mess, and I couldn't find it. I'm sure it'll appear at some time, but that's what it kind of reminds me of. The blush, you got two of them. One's Candyland, and one is Oh What Fun. And both of these, I do wish, I do wish one was like a satin shimmery one, and one was more matte. But they're both that like satin shimmery type of blush. This, I think the bronzer's fine for my skin tone. For mine, it is kind of on the redder side, but I guess maybe they did that so they could also, it could be used for a blush for someone with a darker skin tone, maybe. I don't know, but that's the only critique there. Can I still wear it? Yes, but it does have a little more of a reddish tint to it, which technically, if I burn, is red. Oh, I have a gray hair. No, I don't. Oh, it doesn't matter. Now I'm just sidetracked. Gray hair. Okay, anyway. The mattes in here for eyeshadows, blendable, pigmented, buildable, like everything you want it to be. But it's just a matte eyeshadow, okay? It doesn't blend away, so there's a plus for you. The metallics are good. Some are better than others, let's say that. Like Rap Star, I like it. Winter Wonderland, good tidings. Those are really, really pretty. It's like it, that's what's on my lid. The lid is Good Times, and it's like, what color exactly is it? You know, depending on the light. And then my inner corner is Winter Wonderland. Again, what color is it really? The only thing I do want to do, I was going to put, not that one. Hold on here. Give me 1 second. Okay, here. I was going to put my cream liner in, but I'm actually thinking I'm going to put my brown by Natasha Denona on the waterline here. Let me get it on real quick, because I just think it would bring it all together, to be fair. Could be wrong, but let's hope. Yeah, I like it. So let's put it on this side, and then we'll get started. I just wanted to try something a little bit different today. Instead of cream, let's do a different liner. Alright, so for the bronzer, I'm wearing Wish List, which is right here. For the blush, I'm wearing Candyland, which is right here. And you know, I think ColourPop has a blush named that, but I'm not for sure. Maybe it was in the Candyland thing, and it was kind of that color. It could have been that even. And then Making Spirits Bright is the highlighter. Chef's kiss. So, the smell. That was the thing that got me. Okay, now, it's supposed to smell like a pine tree, and it absolutely 100% did do that. Way too strong, though. Way too strong. It would give me a headache. Now, I did I'd let it air out. Kind of helped. Now, we're in, what? August now. So, it took from, I think, if I recall, they launched in September with this, because I purchased it right away so I could do a review. So it almost took almost a full year. It may have been October, but regardless, almost a full year in of me leaving it open and using it. I have used this several times. That the smell has finally dissipated some. I can still smell the pine, not as strong. So if you actually just close this up through, like, after you get it, or, you know, like if you just shut it up after Christmas and put it away, I guarantee it's going to be just as strong, considering it took me a long time to get it to air out. For foundation, I just threw on my Uma by Sharon C foundation. Concealer is my Dior. I set the T-zone and under the eyes with the Prism Libre powder. The rest of my face is Natasha Denona foundation powder and N6. Is that everything? Lips. I put on, when I started my makeup, I put on my Sigma lip thing, which I'm knocking everything over now. Hold on just a second, guys. Sorry. I need to clean so bad. And then I put on my Merit. I was going to do a red lip, but I just recently did one, I think. And I just didn't feel like babysitting my look today, so here we are. So I did put this one, and it does have pigment. I want to say it's like My Lips but better, but it's more on the purpley My Lips but better instead of like pinky red, I guess. I don't know. It's not exactly my color, but it kinda is. But the thing with this is that I can put this on, and it does wear very nice through the day. It's a lip oil, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But it almost tints. It's just super duper nice. Like, I really do like that lip tint. And the fact that it kind of leaves behind a sheer color, even better. But let's get started with the palette. So the first shade we're going to go into is Decorate Me, which is this shade right here. Did y'all pick this up by chance, even like if it went on sale? Like, I was happy with it at the price point I purchased it, full price. You know, would I've loved to got it in a deal? Sure. But was I happy with it at the price I paid? Yes I was. So I was okay, right? Now, if y'all got a deal on it though, Like, I just feel like it would have been even more worth it. But at the same time, I understand why most makeup lovers might not grab this sort of stuff. Because we have this. Like, I have this. I'm sure I have this. To be fair, I probably have this in Too Faced in other palettes. To be fair, if I'm being honest. And I know I have it in other palettes, but you know what I'm saying. So, did I need this? No. But I do think that with the quality that's in it, it is so good for granddaughters, nieces, stuff like that. Co-workers, maybe even. Like, as a gift. Not necessarily as a purchase for yourself. Although, I liked it, so. And I purchased it for myself. And especially, like, if you travel, it is kind of bulky. Let me show you. And there's no mirror. So traveling, maybe it's not the best idea. But there's no mirror. If there was a mirror, I would say this would be perfect to travel at the holidays. Like November through January, probably, right? So it's got a nice packaging. It's sturdy. It's kind of compact. I mean, it's big, but it's compact. Is there a lot of wasted space in here? Sure. If they had a mirror, I mean, it would be great. It does kind of sit. You can sit it if you want. Or lean it against something even. But you got your bronzer, your blush, your highlighter. All you have to do is take your liquid products then. So, I don't think this will necessarily fit in a makeup bag. But it could be easily sat, put it in a baggie, like a gallon baggie, sit it in with your clothes. Just to be safe. You know what I'm saying? But, I don't know. I really enjoyed it. And everything about it, too. I really this was one that did kind of surprise me in a good way, but then the scent just threw it for me. Because it was just too much for me. And then I realized that pine gives me a headache. And that's with anything. I didn't realize that either. But it was a learning experience nonetheless, So I was okay with that. We're just going to run that on the lower lash line also. I'm kind of curious to go out today because I really do like this look too. Alright. Let's go into Chestnuts Roasting, which is the shade right here. And we're just going to deepen it up. I am using my Natasha Denona brushes. And like I said, this is so easy to work and use, to be fair. Like, there's nothing at all hard about it. I like the gradient effect it gives. The mattes. Yeah, I would say you can have cool and warm tone looks, to be fair. I think you could get both if you wanted them. The only thing about the glitters from the Tati palette, I will say that if you watch the video where she talks about that palette, she gives really good advice on like how to apply it, how to remove it, and that truly does work. But when you're using your brushes, like if you don't wash them the next day, you will have glitter in them. And you will get glitter in your new look. And that I forgot about. So I do have pieces of glitter everywhere. And it is not from this palette, because this palette does not have glitter. Now we're going to run that color, that Chestnuts Roasting, under the lash line. Stephanie Idol. Probably just going to use this brush here to make it easier. You know how I love my little smudger brush for this. It does the work for me. There we go. Then we're going to take the shade Jingle Bell Rock. Now, how would I explain this? It's like a black brown. We're going to take this and we're just going to put it right on the outer corner here, and then just a little bit through the crease. Not much of anything really, just a little bit more depth basically is all I'm wanting right here. Just trying to make sure I get it correct. Again, just using the Natasha Denona brushes. But yeah, there's not... I really can't talk anything bad about this palette. Oh, well, actually I can. Okay. So I don't agree with what... We're going back into chestnuts roasting. You know how they say it's like you get a $356 value if you buy this? No, that's not true. I don't know where they get that value from. Like, I guess if you broke everything down into a single, like one single blush, you might get that. Like, if and each eyeshadow is $20 or something like that, maybe you get that price point. I'm not even for sure on that, to be fair. But, like, I don't think that is, like, that's not it. That's a lie. But as far as quality and stuff compared to what's in the line, I don't think it is the same. But I don't think it's bad either. You know what I mean? Like, I still think it's good. It may be a different formula, but it's still a good formula that I'm like, okay, it's fine, you know? But for me, like, it's easy to use, so. And like I said, I don't think this is for, like, your everyday makeup lover buying it for themselves. I more see this as presents. And I do think that anybody that got this as a gift would love it. We're going back into Decorate Me. I don't know. And y'all know I'm not a big Too Faced fan, okay? I'm just not. But they kind of did okay on this one. We're going to go into Good Things. And I'll be honest, their Apathy and Love palette, I've used it quite a bit now too. And I really have enjoyed it. And as far as like something new, if I had to choose between it or the Urban Decay, the new Naked they launched, the re-release or whatnot, I would say get the Too Faced one, to be honest, over that one. Unless you have like a sentimental value thing towards the Urban Decay one. Because as far as like what I'm grabbing, personally myself, the Too Faced is still sitting there and I'm wanting to grab it. like daily, I have to tell myself because I film daily, you know, so I can't use the same palette every day or you guys ain't gonna watch. At least I don't think. Unless we're doing like something like maybe how long would it take me to get through this particular palette? How many could I do it in a year, get through a palette? Maybe. I probably could. I don't know if I had to do that though. Have you ever thought about it like though? Because I have. Here's my thought. If you had to pick a palette you had to use for a year, just a year, what palette would you want it to be? We're going to go into Winter Wonderland and I'm going to place that right on the inner corner. Would it be, because you have to use it every day for a year, so would it be a neutral palette, colorful palette? Would it be a little bit of both? Would it be more subtle for day, more, glam for evening? Would it have to be both? Like, seriously, what would it be? For a whole year, because I thought about that and I was like, that could be hard. Because I could never do it for a lifetime. Like the rest of my life, because I have to use my Natasha Denona every single one of them. Have to. So I was like, then I'm like, okay, it'll be Natasha. I know it would be. But then I'm like, but what one? But then I'm like, oh, but I'd be out of color. So it can't be that one. Or I wouldn't, it'd be too dark. And that's more, like, her palettes kind of lean towards, like, each season in my mind. That is. So I'm like, maybe it wouldn't be Natasha. So then I'm like, okay, what about Pat McGrath? What palette? Could it be one of her palettes? No. And I'm like, wow. So I don't know really what palette. If I had to just pick one, what it would be. For just a year, I'm like, even that's wrong. Give me a month and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll just pick this. But a year, I don't know. We're going to go back into Jingle Bell Rock, that darkest shade I used on the outer corner. And I'm going to line the top lash line and bottom lash line with it. But as easy as it sounds, it's like, it's not as easy as it sounds when you really start thinking about it. And then when I start thinking about it, I was like, okay, so it'd be this. And then I'd sit here for a little bit and I'm like, but what about these palettes or this palette? Like, I could say what palette it wouldn't be. I wouldn't choose, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think I would have picked my MAC palettes. I don't think I would pick my Tom Ford or even my Charlotte Tilbury. Because, like, I'm like, I would almost have to have two palettes. I'd have to have, like, a neutral type everyday palette and then a fun palette. And my fun palettes technically come from Glamlight. But then I'm like, well, what about ColourPop though? So I'm just like, I don't know if I could do that. What do you all think though? Could you all pick one palette for a year and be happy with it though? Like, that palette will give you everything you need. Nothing more, nothing less. You would be A-okay. And if it was, what palette would it be? And I feel like if I didn't like color, it'd probably be easier. Or if I didn't like neutrals, it'd probably be easier. Alright, I think I got that lash line done. But yeah, definitely let me know what it would be, like the brand, or just give me one or the other, like what brand. If you only could use a brand, let me know it for a year. And then what palette. And let me know that. Because I'm really curious. Okay, then for mascara, we're just going in with Bad Gal Bang in the brown again. I've really been a brown mascara type of gal lately. I think it's like the older I get for some reason, the more I just want the brown anyway. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. I don't think I ever wore brown until now. Like, I know in high school I didn't. There's that mascara in my eyebrows. And then same for lower lash line. And there we go. And I do think that this could be like an go to work type of look to even a night out or a lunch date or even a date date. Like, I think it gives you a little bit of both, everything in this palette. And even this look in general, I feel like could do either or. Because I'm wearing it every day, so. Just wearing it today and I ain't doing nothing really. But I do want to go out because I really like this lid. Like a pink, green, brown type of shift. I don't know. There's something about that lid color that I really like though. Again, I do think a red lip would probably really just bring this whole look together. Maybe a nude, but I don't feel like putting anything on. You ever get like that? I do. Alright, so let me know what you think. What do you think of the palettes that come out at holiday too? I'm just curious again. Because I'm kind of debating whether to buy this year or not. And I probably will because I do every year. But I'm finding that I don't get much use out of them. I'm not going to lie. Because I have such a huge collection. But I do enjoy them. And last year in particular, this particular palette, I did use this quite a bit. Like, not as much as you probably should. No. But like when I first got it, I definitely used it twice then. And then the very next month, I used it twice again. And I know I used it twice in December. So I have used this palette quite a bit. But I don't necessarily know. It's probably not worth it for me. But I still want to get something from the holidays because I like to remember the holidays too. So like I have this from this year. I have the um cookies, was it last year? Or was that the year before that? And then I have the woodland creatures. I have the gingerbread house from another year. Like I have different things, you know what I mean? And I always get the little things from them. So the little what is it called? The pillow talk glosses. Oh, love them. I can't wait to see what they come out this year with that one. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on that also. Because I'm thinking about like just maybe saving some money, especially since, you know, can't quite find a job. And it's kind of irresponsible for me to buy makeup in general, let alone makeup that I don't need necessarily. I feel like it's kind of irresponsible. But I'm not a very, well, I am responsible, but I'm still a fool at the end of the day, you know? So, but let me know your thoughts on it. Alright, I will let you go. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it somewhat entertaining, useful, fun, something. And, yeah, maybe you got this last year. And if you did, pull it out. Use it again. If anything, I mean, that blush and highlighter, I mean, you can see me coming at you, that's for sure. I'm a glowy. So, I will let you go, and I will, oh, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, ring the bell, hit all that where you're notified when I upload. I do upload every day but Sunday unless there's new launch, and I will see you in my next one tomorrow. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye.